Vitamin D is important for growing healthy cells, keeping your immune system strong to ward off illness, and aiding in calcium absorption, so your bones stay strong. It also helps prevent the bone disease, rickets, in children. According to the National Institutes of Health, the recommended daily allowance of vitamin D is 600 international units. Do you provide your body with this amount every day? Want to boost your daily intake of vitamin D? Then watch this video to the end to learn about the top 7 sources to consider. Number 1. Salmon. Salmon is a favorite fatty fish that also happens to be high in vitamin D. The vitamin D concentration of salmon can vary greatly depending on whether it is wild or farmed. According to the United States Department of Agriculture Food Composition Database, a 3.5-ounce meal of farmed Atlantic salmon contains 526 IU of vitamin D, or 66% of the recommended value. Wild-caught salmon has a higher vitamin D content on average. According to one study, the vitamin D concentration of Baltic Sea salmon ranged from 556 to 924 IU, per 3.5-ounce serving, representing 70 to 111% of the daily value. Number 2. Herring and sardines. Herring is a popular fish all around the world. It's frequently smoked or pickled. This little fish is also high in vitamin D. Fresh Atlantic herring has 214 IU per 3.5-ounce serving, or 27% of the daily value. If fresh fish isn't your thing, pickled herring is an excellent source of vitamin D, with 113 IU per 3.5-ounce meal, or 14% of the daily value. Pickled herring also has a high salt content, with 870 mg per dish, so, if you're attempting to cut down on salt, it might not be the best choice. Canned sardines are also a good source of vitamin D. According to the National Institutes of Health, 2 canned sardines offer 46 IU of vitamin D, or 12% of your daily value. Number 3. Canned tuna. Many people like canned tuna because of its flavor and ease of storage. It is usually less expensive than purchasing fresh fish. A 3.5-ounce serving of canned light tuna contains up to 269 IU of vitamin D, which is 34% of the daily value. The Environmental Defense Fund, however, recommends only a single 3.5-ounce serving of light tuna per week, to prevent methylmercury buildup, which may result from consuming too much tuna fish. Number 4. Cod liver oil. If you don't like fish, cod liver oil is an alternative approach to gain nutrients that are otherwise difficult to obtain. It's a good source of vitamin D, and the oil makes the vitamin D more concentrated. Taking daily fish oil supplements, such as cod liver oil, will significantly boost the body's vitamin D content. It contains roughly 450 IU per teaspoon, which is equivalent to 56% of the daily value. It's been used to treat vitamin D deficiency for a long time. It has also been used to treat rickets, psoriasis, and tuberculosis in the past. Make sure though, that you aren't exceeding the upper limit with cod liver oil, or any other vitamin A supplements. In addition, cod liver oil is high in omega-3 fatty acids. Omega-3s may play a role in heart health and may reduce inflammation in the body. Along with fatty fish, cod liver oil is another source of these fatty acids. Number 5. Egg yolks. Fish are not the only source of vitamin D. Whole eggs are another good source, as well as a wonderfully nutritious food. Most of the protein in an egg is found in the white, but egg yolks have historically gotten a bad reputation for raising levels of bad cholesterol, as Harvard Health Publishing notes. But skipping them in favor of egg whites means you'll miss out on some of the protein, and several of the minerals, and vitamins in yolks, which play a role in boosting your immune system. And you'll miss out on vitamin D. According to the National Institutes of Health, 1 egg yolk contains 41 IU, or 10% of your daily value. So, make sure you eat the yolk because that's where most of the nutrients are. Enjoy them in moderation though. Choosing eggs either from chickens raised outside, or marketed as high in vitamin D can be a great way to meet your daily requirements. Number 6. Mushrooms. Other than fortified foods, mushrooms are the only sufficient non-animal source of vitamin D. Like humans, mushrooms can synthesize vitamin D when exposed to UV light. However, mushrooms produce vitamin D2, whereas animals produce vitamin D3. Though vitamin D2 helps raise blood levels of vitamin D, it may not be as effective as vitamin D3. Some wild mushrooms are excellent sources of vitamin D2 because of their exposure to UV light. Morels are a type of mushroom that grows in the wild. 1 cup of these mushrooms contains 136 IU of vitamin D, which is 17% of the daily value. Many commercially grown mushrooms are grown in the dark and contain very little D2. Some mushrooms are being treated with UV light to boost their vitamin D content. 1 cup of cremini mushrooms exposed to UV light contains 1110 IU of vitamin D, which is 139% of the daily value. Number 7. Sunlight. This list would not be complete without mentioning the sun. The sun does sustain all life on Earth. It also sustains the vitamin D content required by your body. When the skin is exposed to sunlight, the body produces large amounts of vitamin D. Studies have shown that the body can produce almost the vitamin D it needs from spending 10 minutes in the sun daily. Your body needs vitamin D to absorb calcium. This makes getting enough of both vitamin D and calcium crucial to maintaining bone health. To know about foods that are rich in calcium, and also warning signs of vitamin D deficiency, click on the videos on the screen now. And don't forget to click on the subscribe button, so you don't miss out on more videos like this.